Do you ever feel as though you just can't get up and go to work one more day? Or maybe you're living like most of us in a very multitasking world. There's so much to do and there's no time for you. You could be a mom and you're running one child one place and another child another. And what about your life? Well, there are some solutions. You may even be in the wrong career. And we're going to find out from someone who was in a 25-year career, decided to make a change, become an entrepreneur, and she has some solutions for your situation. You're going to meet a professional life coach. Colleen Humphries, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Judy.
Now, you were, to give our viewers a backstory, you were a registered nurse, trained professional, 25 years, and you wanted to change. So what happened?
I found from the very beginning it wasn't the job for me, but I did not know how to tell my parents. I felt like I was living up to their expectations. And then I also started feeling guilty because it's such a great job and I really wanted to help people, and feeling guilty about wanting to leave it. And so for me, in doing something that wasn't truly me, started my cycle of burnout. I got to the point I did not want to get up in the morning anymore and face this job that I was supposed to be loving and I wasn't loving.
But you brought up an interesting point, because you were living a life maybe that your parents wanted you to live and not necessarily the life you wanted to live, and also you liked helping people. Now you found another way to do it. So what would be some of the telltale signs that people watching right now would say, gosh, I have this?
It's mental and physical exhaustion. You know, you mentally, you're feeling you just can't take on one more thing, and there's that word can't, and I'm going to get into that.
Okay.
You feel like physically, you know, you don't want to get up in the morning. You know, even on your days off, you just want to sleep in, you want to do as little as possible. You don't want to be engaging with your friends. The irritability, I mean, I had major anger issues that, you know, was very unprofessional. And I felt at that time I just didn't know, you know, how to deal with life.
So it's physical, mental, spiritual, all of the above, right?
Correct, emotional.
So the one area that I want to get to, though, is that you knew you needed change, so you were the one to do what?
I was the one to seek out that change. I decided to really figure out what was it that I wanted to do. And it's funny how life coaching started coming into my life, because like you've brought up, I wanted to help people. And then life coaching started coming up, and then when I was introduced to the universal laws, that really started to accelerate my working through my burnout. And then I happened to come across a life coaching class that specialized in the universal laws, and then I really started to change my life. And then I realized this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, in helping other women and nurses work through their burnout, as I like to say, take the burn out of burnout.
Take the burn out of burnout. That's good. You mentioned the laws of the universe.
Yes.
And sometimes we'll say, well, when the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Correct, yes.
And so often this happens in life. And about the thinking aspect of it, that's what I think is really critical.
Correct. And what people don't realize, and this was something that I had learned in working with universal laws, that it just takes 17 seconds to start a vibration where all of a sudden you're attracting another like thought. So if you're thinking something negative, you're going to keep attracting negative thoughts, and when you get caught up in that vicious cycle, it becomes ongoing. So when I introduce that to somebody, they can catch themselves. They're like realizing, I've got this tape going on in my mind, so I keep getting the same thing over. And when you're in burnout mode, when you are in physical or mental exhaustion, you're not thinking positively. So when I can guide them to turn that focus, to pivot their thoughts, and start working with getting more positive, then they can start to break that cycle, and then that's also energizing as well.
We probably are negative in ways that we don't even think we are, because you'll see positive people that they'll be saying, I'm always very positive, but then you hear that underlying talk, and I think we're not even aware of it sometimes.
Correct. And two words that are bigger than anything or very weakening to the system are the words, I can't. That weakens the system, and over time it really helps to increase your exhaustion. So I have an exercise that I would love to show you so you can see how weakening to your body the words I can't really are.
Okay, I told you before the show I would do this with you, so I will.
Okay, great. I'm going to have you stand up with me.
All right, I'm going to put my hands in you, so to speak.
You are,
okay.
You are. So you already told me that you're right-handed, so I'm going to use your left side. So I'm going to have you bring your arm out.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is...
So far painless, okay.
So what I would like to do is just to see how your strength is. So I'm
Okay.
going to push down on your arm, and I'm going to have you resist me pushing down.
All right.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Wow. She's got some strength there.
Working out at the gym.
Okay. Very good for you. Good for you. So what I'm going to have you do now is say, my name is, and go ahead and tell me your name, and I'm going to push down on your arm.
My name is Judy Jernudd.
Okay, I'm pushing down. Great,
Okay.
hold on.
All right.
So now what I would like you to do, could you feel that when I was pushing
did.
down?
Mm-hmm.
So now what I want
You're
you to
strong too.
Thank you, I work out too.
There you go.
So now I would like you to say a name that's not your name.
Okay. My name is Mother Teresa.
Okay, I'm gonna push down.
Oh, maybe not. Wow.
Now how did you notice your arm going weak, or did you notice the weakness?
Well, what I noticed is that I didn't resist it. I just went with it, as opposed to when I said my name is Judy Jernudd, it was very definite and very strong, I felt.
Correct, yes.
There you go.
So just to reset, I'm gonna have you tell me your name again.
Okay. My name is Judy Jernudd.
Okay, great. Now I'd like you to tell me something that you can't do. Like some people say, I can't dance, I can't sing. So along any of those
I
lines.
can dance, I can't sing.
Okay, so go ahead and make that statement again.
Okay. I can't sing.
Okay.
I can't see. I'm proving myself right.
Okay, well, we'll see about that.
All right.
So now I want you to say the same thing, but, well, no, it's not the same thing. What I would like you to do is I would like you to say, I can.
I can sing.
And feel that.
I can sing.
And go ahead and
All right.
resist.
All right. I can sing. Right up
And
there
I'm
with-
pushing down.
Right
And
up
I'm
there with
pushing
the
down.
Dell. See, I moved up on the charts. Okay, that was good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really good. Come on, have a seat.
Great.
Okay, so what you're saying is, I mean, now for anybody watching this, if you could even try this at home, right? I mean, somebody at home could have your partner or someone at work or anyone go through the same exercise just to see for yourself how this works, because I am pretty strong for my size, and
Yes.
and you could really get my arm down when I was telling myself, because I believed I couldn't, and so I just let it go.
Correct, absolutely, yes.
And when I was so definite saying my name, or I can make money, or I can change careers, or in my case, I can sing as well as Adele, maybe not quite, but the whole mental, you're not even aware of it, is what I'm saying. It's very, very
You're not
subdued.
aware of it. And when you start to say that I can do something, did you feel your power when you
Yes,
said that?
yes.
And when you have power, you have energy.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
There's our power. Okay, let's continue, because this is really good information that people need, and it's things, again, that we do not think about. So the process then, when someone wants coaching with you, what is the process? I mean, they can go to your website. You have a lot of complimentary free articles. You have a free ebook.
Yes, I
believe.
do have a free ebook.
And we'll put the website up so everybody can see it. And so, but what is the process of actually working with a coach? And we mentioned that you're certified. What do viewers, what do they look for?
I ask a lot of powerful questions because we all have the answers within ourselves. So I work with the client to help pull those answers out of herself or himself. And then as one of those processes that I went through with you in writing things down, we can do processes over the phone together, because my coaching is one-on-one over the phone. So I will guide somebody through a process with me. So it can be either written or verbal. And then I will also have the client continue afterwards. And it's not something that takes a long time. It can be 5-10 minutes, because we don't want to add to the overwhelm. But as they're doing these processes, they're freeing themselves up. They start working, I introduce them to the universal laws, and then they start working with these, and they really start freeing themselves up, and they find that their energy starts coming back. They stop that negative thinking and start having empowered thinking, and that's part of the thing with making the choices. It's very empowering and bringing forth of the energy.
I want to comment before we leave the interview. When you made up your mind that you wanted to be an entrepreneur, you also had some positive steps there. And I know we talked a little bit about before the show about that you wanted to make that investment in yourself. So that's another area I'd like you to talk about a little bit for people who are thinking, okay, I want to do this, but I don't know how, or I don't have the resources. You have to be the one that takes responsibility to make it happen, right?
Absolutely. Well, once I made the decision that this is what I wanted to do, the universe lined it up for me, and I just walked through every door that was opening. And I happened to meet you last year because of clicking on something that I saw that was going to help me move forward in my life. We happened to meet. So the universe was already setting this up over a year ago.
So people get to know about you.
Yes, correct.
For you personally, what's the most rewarding part of your work now?
The most rewarding part of my work is guiding other women, nurses, people out of burnout, having them feel good in the morning to wake up and go to work, feel energized to wake up in the morning and go to work, to be back in life. You know, when you hear, you know, the change within them, when they have an excitement for life today. What I also love is when one of my clients is having somewhat of a bad day. When she realizes what's going on, she stops, she regroups, she uses the tools that I have given her, the different processes, and is able to change her day around so she doesn't get caught back up in that rat race that I like to call it.
Well, I've enjoyed learning about this. I never really knew exactly what a life coach would do for someone, but athletes have coaches, executives have coaches, and now we have coaches to help us cope with burnout. What was your expression again? Say that again.
Take the burnout of burnout.
Take the burnout of burnout.
And if I could say one more thing with coaching, the client is in tunnel vision where the coach is in total vision.
Because they're on the outside and
Correct.
You are so much into whatever your negativity is or whatever weighting you down that it's so hard to step outside of that and see it. So you're like that team partner, so to speak,
Yes.
that they need.
And I can see the big picture for you where you cannot.
So this is a good place to leave our interview, and that's to have people start living the life that they were meant to live. Where do they begin? In one sentence.
They start saying yes to themselves. They start saying, yes, I can. They start standing in their power, and they sign up for a complimentary coaching session.
Oh, good, complimentary. So all you have to do is make up your mind that this is the life you want to have and just start saying yes to you. Colleen, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.